So it's in pretty darn good shape for its age. It's all original. There's a couple areas I think where they put some new PVC in, and we'll see that now as I come back. So I have to think it's not holding water 14 feet before the connection. I'm 128 feet out. The sewer line runs under the easement area across the street. So between the sidewalk and the street, so everybody from this side of the street ties in across the street, just like you do. So all this on the top that you see is all scraping from somebody keeping up on this with snaking tree root out, is what all that scraping is from. So right here, I mean, this pipe is in really good shape. Your connections are all in line. Usually what happens is you'll end up with like that. Camera goes up, hits the lip of the next section. I have to slam it to get it over. I didn't really see any of that, which is really good, because that means that your connections aren't failing. A little bit off, but not bad at all. So there's a little bit of a belly here. Let's see how long this goes for. 98, and go for nothing. So that's good. It's just at a connection. Where that connection was a little offset. That is something that got washed down the sewer.
Paul, you need to see if you can ask about what's behind corner number 1 over there that's boxed in for 51. Alright, so I talked the old guy off the ledge.
Yeah, he was about to jump on somebody. So that right there is just calcium buildup around your coupling connection. So what you do is you clean that out with like a snake. You know, you have a plumbing contractor come out and snake that out. But
Can we put the helmet on the camera? I mean, and use that?
But what you do is you use an expandable cutter. So the expandable cutter goes into the pipe, closed up, opens up at the wall on the inside of the pipe, and cuts at the wall, so it gets rid of all that stuff. So I'm going to put that in my report as well.
That's only,
What's that normally, 200?
Yeah, that's going this distance, probably about 300-400.
how far did you end up going to get to
128 feet.
Alright, so that's about right. That's what that looked like.
So here you got some tree root coming through. That expandable cutter is going to take care of that too. Good thing about that is your connection's still in line. It's not, you know, when tree root comes in, of course it does some kind of damage, but that isn't really nothing to worry about. I think he turned the water on in the kitchen sink again, or upstairs.
Looks like there's some flowing.
A little more tree root there, and debris on the side with calcium. Here you got a bunch more calcium. Sometimes that calcium will block. I've seen it block like 7/8 of the opening, you know.
So those are 10-foot sections of pipe, that's why it's every joint.
Typical for this old of a pipe, that's for sure.
Plastic.
I'm going to throw this down here. It's not plastic.
It's not.
No, it's clay. There's very little. Somebody did a little bit of a repair in there. I'm going to clean this all up when we get all done here. And I'll show you that as we go. Now we're at 48 feet. But like I was telling him, for original crock pipe, this is in really good shape. What's the age of this house? What would we say?
70, early 70s,
Yeah, it's amazing if it's the 70s, because somebody had the choice to use PVC at that time and they decided against it. So here's where your crock pipe connects to your cast iron. See all that black on the bottom? That's from the washer hose, drain hose going into the laundry tub not having a screen on it.
Oh, yeah.
That lint turns to just goo, and it's really nasty, so you got to make sure you have that on. And from what I saw going into this cast iron pipe is just moderately scaled, which is really good for the age. Here's even better. So here we connect to, we have a connection here that they replaced. So this is PVC right here. Somebody did, they replaced this line right here. All the way to there. Nope, still going. So a section of pipe must have been in pretty bad shape for them to go ahead and tear up the floor and go under the floor and replace this. Good thing they did that. A little debris there, no big deal. And we're right at the bottom of this pipe. So unfortunately we couldn't see the last 13, 14 feet, but if we go with what we saw going out, you shouldn't have any issues at all. And if you had a problem at that at the tap connection, we would have seen something. We would have seen the dip in the pipe or holding water or something like that. So I think you're good to go. The only way that you could inspect that all the way is